So, Kazuha has about to come out in about 2 hours, or on EU time at least, so he's already out on Asia, and a lot of people are getting his hands on him, but the bigger question is, what about the weapon banner? What does this weapon banner actually mean? Is it any good? Like, do we pull on it? But I'm going to talk about it because it's kind of interesting, and I feel like you might want to skip it, it's a bit odd. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed today's video and you want to support me, you want to sub. Only 4.5% of people's reviews are subscribed, and we do get out guides and like discussions and all that and gameplay. So if you want to support me, feel free to drop me a sub. But yeah, let's just talk about this weapon banner because there's so much to talk about here. So, of course, you can see it on the events tab, and also I think there's a picture on the Genshin Twitter. And we have the Skyward Atlas, which nice book, and the Freedom Sworn Sword. Now, the thing is with all these weapons is that now that's out on Asia, I can actually show you the weapons, I believe, because you can inspect them, so we'll do that. Here we go, we have the Kazuha banner now on my Asia account that I don't use. Oh wait, I can do one pull. We're gonna get anything? Nah. Okay, anyways, so we have the banner, right? We can inspect all the weapons. So we'll start with the Freedom Sworn Sword because I know that's what a lot of people are waiting for. It has Elemental Mastery as a main stat, and base attack obviously is pretty decent for a sword. I think its max attack is like 610, I believe. But your damage gets increased by 10%, and you gain sigils or like stacks whenever you trigger a reaction. So like if you're doing a lot of swole stuff with Kazuha, you're gonna get reactions. But like when you get a couple stacks, like you gain extra like charge and plunging attack damage and normal attack damage, like more attack, and then. Yeah, I mean, it's just like it's a sword that just increases your damage as you do reactions. It'll be decent for Kazuha, but you probably don't even need it to be, you know, that good on him. Now, obviously Skyward Atlas as well, that's the other drop rate weapon. It's got attack percent, got a really high base attack for an Atlas. It's always a really good Atlas to have. Personally, I think this is one of the better ones because it increases your elemental damage bonus by 12% out of refinement rank 1. And also, you do a bit of physical damage as well, but you know, that doesn't really matter too much. I personally prefer the elemental damage and also the high base attack here. So, I mean, if you really want Skyward Atlas, you guys pull for it, but one day you're probably going to get a standard banner anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. Now, there are more important weapons here, like the Alley Flash, Winer Song, and Alley Hunter, as they were previously event weapons, and this is their first rerun. The Alley Flash is a sword with elemental mastery and base attack, kind of a similar, you know, weapon stats to the new 5-star weapon, but I think you got less elemental mastery here, so it's not really that good. Well, it's pretty decent. Like you can put it on Kazuha and be fine, and you know you do damage. You just get straight up damage by holding it, so it's a pretty decent weapon for Kazuha. But obviously, you know, you don't need it as well, but might be worth pulling for. Of course, Favonius Greatsword, that's another like energy recharge weapon. You always see one of these on every banner that comes out. It's really good. Like you can put it on Bane, you can put it on Chongyun, you can put it on anyone that you want to use as a support, and you want a lot of energy recharge to get their burst up often. So I'd say, you know, if you want to do that, you can get it. Most of you probably have it already though. Dragon's Bane, really good for Hu Tao, Zhangling. That's about the two that I can think of are the best uses for it. And that's because Bane of Flame and Water is actually really good for Pyro Polearm users. And the reason why it's really good on Hu Tao is because it also increases damage affected by opponents by Hydro, and you normally run Xingqiu with Hu Tao, so it's a decent option, but it's probably not the best out there. Winer Song, so these are like the new weapons, energy recharge, so it's decent for a Catalyst user. And, you know, if you hit an opponent with a normal attack, it decreases your stamina of a sprint. So, I mean, it's decent if you want to dodge a lot and you don't have a shield, but if you sprint, you increase your attack, so it's a bit of a risk-reward weapon. Like, you've got to use up your stamina to get attack, and if you use up your stamina, you can't really, you know, you can't really dodge as much, so, you know, you could use it. I think that's pretty decent. And then obviously there's the Alley Hunter. It's a bow with attack percent, and while you're not on the field, your damage increases by 2% up to maximum 20%, and when you're on the field, you lose that attack bonus. So it's for kind of like switch characters, so maybe a bit official. Maybe Diana if you really wanted to like do damage, but you don't really use Diana for that. Diana, same thing. I mean, Tartaglia, you could get away with it if you have a Tartaglia and don't have a bow for him yet. You could probably use it, but it's probably won't be the best. But it's pretty alright for him. Maybe even Venti, but like there's better options. You got Stringless and Favonius for him, so maybe not. I don't really know who this bow's good for. It doesn't make much sense to me. But yeah, that's the weapon banner. Like, should you pull on it? Well, I mean, looking at all the options here, personally, I'd say no, because like you don't need Freedom Sworn, you don't need Alley Flash for Kazuha, because you can make the Iron Sting with the prototype you got from the event. I mean, if you care about the other weapons, maybe, but you know, if you're pulling just for Kazuha, then I wouldn't say these weapons are worth it, because you can get away with Iron Sting and it's perfectly fine. So, yes, my take on it. But let me know down below. Do you guys think it's worth pulling on? Because I really don't think it's worth it. But yeah, I hope you're having a great day wherever you are. Take care, and I'll see you guys in another video really, really soon. Have a lovely day, everyone.